Good day, viewers and listeners, and welcome to the Progress Report. In this episode, key stakeholders showcase their investment trends and share how Guyana remains a lucrative investment destination. According to the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana, TAG, the tourism landscape is changing and investments in tourism products is creating new and exciting opportunities.
There's so many opportunities available as we now have many foreigners working here who need something to do on the weekend and in their time off. I think tourism is about to explode in Guyana, and we've all been hearing about it, and it's going to happen very soon.
A plan to expand capacity has also been developed with assistance from the Barbados Coalition of Service Industries, as well as a local service provider to aid in the upskilling of talents to meet the changing trends of tourism investments in Guyana.
TAG is partnering with the GTA, the Government of Guyana, and BCSI of Barbados towards providing intense skills training with a focus on food and beverage, wait staff, and housekeeping initially, but expanding into other areas as revenue management. TAG intends to partner with Action Invest as they will offer diplomas in tourism management and other hospitality programs. TAG will partner with the Government of Barbados through our MOU with BCSI to assist in upskilling of talent at the Carnegie School of Home Economics, so that they can in turn offer a higher level of training at that facility.
The Caribbean community, as another stakeholder, has started working on a labor force framework to ensure that Guyana and the rest of the Caribbean community stays ready to satisfy investment demands. This was highlighted at a recent International Labour Organization meeting in Georgetown.
We have instructed that our technical teams coordinate amongst themselves to develop whatever strategies, programs, and plans that we at the level of policy and government would want to initiate in the Caribbean, whether all the nations together or whether bilaterally. Important issues that we have agreed upon is the issue of skills development and training, the issue of protection of our people, our workers, occupation safety and health and its relevance, the issue about recognizing, working towards social justice in our countries, and to ensure that we as Caribbean people can continue to work. I would say this, that the ILO is a partner and a supporter. The salvation of the Caribbean people, we have to work out our own salvation. So it is not for the ILO to work out our salvation. The ILO can be called upon at any time to give support, technical and other support. So I need to reiterate that after this meeting, no one is thinking that what the ILO is doing, we have to do. And that is what the important thing coming out of this meeting, that we will set a framework among ourselves to ensure that we continue to collaborate and continue to work and to share experience. We even discuss issues about sharing technical knowledge, exchange visits, and all of those things. We have tasked the technical team to coming out of this to develop the necessary strategies, programs, and plans with timelines and deliverables, so that at the next Caribbean Labor Ministers meeting, we can really pay attention to what we have achieved.
The first of its kind to be established in the Caribbean, Guyana and Ghana will work together in areas such as oil and gas, tourism, agriculture, education, sports, and health.
This is commerce. This is trade. We're talking about industrialization, we're talking about development of our respective countries, but you cannot produce, you cannot industrialize and keep all the products that are produced in your country. There has to be some sort of a trading relationship between countries.
So these are all great initiatives that what I consider allows Guyana private sector with government support and regulations and other incentives to build global sectors. And when you build global sectors, you can increase competitiveness.
The government of Guyana continues to set up a mix of incentives and policies to facilitate investors that are eager to invest in Guyana's growing economy.
We have signed an air services agreement with Ghana, and it's now up to the private sector, and I'm glad that this chamber is being launched. It's now left up to the private sector, both here in Guyana and in Ghana, to operationalize an airline in keeping with those terms and conditions and freedoms.
The government of Guyana received recently from its Brazilian counterpart 13,000 high-yielding coconut seedlings that will invigorate the third most lucrative industry in Guyana.
Today I am very pleased that we have received 13,000 of those green dwarf high-value coconut from Brazil. Last year with the 2,000 coconut that we would have received as a grant from the IDB and the EU, we had 24 farmers we would have helped to increase the varieties around the country. This here will help us tremendously, where we'll roll out this program across the country in all the regions of our country, and we will engage close to about 300 farmers. Between 275 to 300 farmers will benefit, will help us to increase the variety, to multiply it, so that we can create an industry of a coconut in our country in terms of export. My last visit to India, I have engaged some specialists there who will be coming. They will be coming to Guyana shortly to help us to develop the coconut industry. I am pleased that to date, less than 3 years, seen over 5,000 acres coconut have increased. So that shows a tremendous improvement in our coconut industry. And I think Cardi will be very happy, because they have been looking and partnering with us to move this industry forward. So I'm hoping that by the end of 2025, we can double this amount and take it to roughly about 10,000. And that will show almost annually an increase of almost 2,000 acres annually.
Guyana remains an attractive investment destination where government and local partners remains open and ready to work with investors, whether it is in tourism, agriculture, or in other areas of development. Until next time, I am Vivekanand Rajkumar.